Double-A players.
Top of the 8th, no score here at Kauffman Stadium. The Tigers and the Royals, the two AL Central foes. New pitcher for Kansas City after Michael Walker went 7 scoreless. It's John Schreiber. And he fires a fastball that catches the edge of the zone for strike 1 on Wenzel Perez.
Is looking as though he's done for the day. 90 pitches.
It looks like Tariq Skubal, who pitched for the Tigers, is also done, so they'll probably bring in Bo. Another Cy Young-like outing from Tariq.
You can add a few pitches there.
1-1 now on Perez, as that one, the latest one from Schreiber, missed up high.
What it's required from his body on a day like today.
Sure enough. I think a lot of it going on with what we did last.
Swing and a miss. High cutter for strike 2.
Royals scratched a couple hits off.
And on the Royal side, Michael Walker faced only 2 over the minimum with 99 pitches, and he did not give up a hit until 1 out in the 7th inning.
Payoff pitch. Fouled off.
Schreiber's on the attack with that 2-seam fastball. He also has a 4-seamer that stays straight, and he'll sink it, cut it. So he's got a lot of variations off the fastball, and he'll throw a sweeper, and that changeup to lefties. Maybe one's coming right here.
Another 1-2, and Perez pops it up.
The left side.
Under it is Garcia for the first out of the 8th.
Here's a message from Auto Owners Insurance.
Auto Owners thinks the more you protect, the more you should save. And that's simple human sense.
Here's the catcher, Dylan Dingler.
Dylan Dingler.
He's 0 for 2, a pop-up and a fly out.
Salvador Perez twice.
Fly ball, right field.
Long run for
Cannon. He couldn't make the catch near the tarp.
Avoid a bad collision.
Nice effort. Love it. Got the wind, got the little sun, got the tarp. A lot of obstacles there. Looked down once. He looked down again. And almost got it. Love the effort from the veteran.
The tarp remains undefeated in every city.
I've never seen a tarp win.
Yep, I've never seen anyone take the tarp off the field with a stretcher.
0-1. Fly ball again toward right field. Canna running again, and it's
The netting. We were talking about this last night.
just foul.
When Andrew Hoffman gave up a home run to his first big league hitter. John Schreiber grew up in Rockwood, Michigan, which is 25 miles south and down the river from Comerica.
Dingler down 0-2.
And he was drafted by the Tigers in 2016 out of the University of Northwestern Ohio. You know where that is.
That's in Northwestern Ohio.
He began his college career at Henry Ford Community College. I don't think I need to tell you what state that college is located in. And then he made his big league debut against the Royals. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Dingler.
Fastball that looked like it caught the outside corner. Looked like in a pretty good spot for Schreiber, but he didn't get the call. 1-2.
Jorge Soler, so he could give Andrew Hoffman a little perspective after the game last night. Yeah, man, that's 2 good looking.
That's another good looking fastball that Schreiber doesn't get the call on. The count's tied at 2.
For the most part, Nate Tomlinson hasn't had any issues with either team with his balls and strikes.
2-2. Foul back.
Away, still 2-2.
So I saw John Schreiber in the clubhouse today, and I told him what you were saying. He says, you know, I said, Ryan said you would probably can, you know, make him feel better. He goes, I did. I told him, don't feel bad, young man. My first hitter took me deep too. And that helps him. And he said that made Hoffman feel good.
The 2-2. Fouled off.
Dingler's gotten a lot of strikes in this at-bat.
2-2 again, and that's a sinker that runs low. The count is full.
Dingler hit one of the 3 Tigers home runs last night. 2-run home run in the 2nd inning. That's Trey Sweeney on deck.
Full count delivery. And that's a sinker that runs outside, and Dylan Dingler draws a walk.
Losing a couple of calls, and now the fans are all over the home plate umpire. So that is just the 3rd base runner for the Tigers all day. They've reached with
Here's
2
Trey
walks
Sweeney.
and
He's
a
0 for
single.
2.
Trey Sweeney
He
was
struck
0 for
out and
2
flew
against
out.
Waka.
First pitch to Sweeney is an inside fastball for strike 1. Owen offering from Schreiber is a fastball up high, and the count is tied at 1.
Schreiber did not appear in the game last night with Matt Quatrero using Lynch, Bolin, Clark, and Hoffman after Seth Lugo came out in the 4th.
1-1 is grounded foul.
Ahead of Sweeney, 1 ball and 2
Sweeney
strikes.
nearly lost his helmet.
And now
Carlos Estevez, the Royals closer,
gets
warming up in the
ready.
bullpen.
2-inning outing against
Looks like he'll get the
Tigers
9th.
back in April.
Payoff pitch to Sweeney, and he struck him out on a sweeper right down the pipe at 84. 2 gone in the 8th.
Pick any 3 or more Royals home games this season and save over single game ticket rates. Select games for giveaways, matchups, or whatever works for your schedule. Scan the code or visit Royals.com/pick3 to select your pick.
Here's the 9-hitter and the 3rd baseman today, Javi Baez.
With one of the few hard-hit balls against Waka.
And that's a
Throw
fastball,
that pitch. My goodness.
taken
That's
for ball
3 in
1.
this inning where Schreiber has basically pitched that same area up and away to a right-hand batter. And he hasn't gotten the call. If, of course, we're going to trust the white lines on your TV.
1-0 is fouled off.
1 ball, 1 strike. It shouldn't be the case, but sometimes if the catcher doesn't believe it's a strike and doesn't hold it out there a little bit longer and just kind of swipes the glove away, that might convey a message to the umpire that the catcher didn't think it was a strike.
1-1 offering to Baez, and that's in there for strike 2.
Maybe they'll bring the EBS system in after the All-Star break. How about that? Just touch the hat. We'd like a replay on that.
Two outs, top of the 8th. Runner at first, and Schreiber steps off.
Backs off. Gets some rosin on his throwing hand on a warm day.
One-two delivery. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Fastball. Blown right by him.
Scoreless 8th inning with 2 strikeouts.
And this game remains scoreless heading to the bottom of the 8th in Kansas City. We'll be right back.
So
New pitcher for the Tigers. Tariq is done. It's Bo Brisky now. 18 games, 1-1 record, 1 save in 2 opportunities. 4.74 ERA in 19 innings. The first batter he'll face
He did give up a sacrifice fly. Now he's going to get Drew Waters
is
again.
Drew Waters, who's pinch hitting, and he hits the first one into left,
First pitch to Green.
right to Riley Green.
Off of his sunglasses. That was up in the sun for a while. So 1 pitch and 1 out for Brisky. Tarek Skubal faced 1 over the minimum in his 7th.
Here's Nick Lofton.
Thanks
He's
to
playing in left today. Got a single in the 5th inning. And made a nice diving catch
7 strikeouts.
to save a
Tarek
run
Skubal
in the
this year
7th.
Has 99 strikeouts against 7 walks.
It's really something.
First pitch is a sinker down.
Waka was just as impressive.
Ball 1.
On the Royals side, Waka gave up 1 hit over 7 innings, and that hit came with 1 out in the 7th. Waka had no walks and 6 strikeouts.
One 0 pitch. Changeup that misses down. 2 balls, no strikes on Lofton.
And slider, curve, and change. He's got all 4.
Two 0 is ripped to left field. Backing up is Riley. It's off the base of the wall. It gets by Riley. Lofton going to second for his second hit of the day. It's a 1-out double in the bottom of the 8th. And the Royals have the go-ahead run in scoring position. Nick Lofton. Multi-hit game.
That's a fastball 95 right there, and he's able to keep it fair with a nice bottom hand. That bottom hand and the top hand hooked it a little bit over Green's head, just enough.
And now here's the DH, Vinnie.
He's been saying that, I can do better knocking runs
The
in.
7-hitter, he's 0 for 2.
Good point. And he put it
RBI machine. 30 RBIs this year, had over 100 last season. And he takes a fastball at the knees for strike 1.
With a runner in scoring position for either team. I said Waka didn't walk anyone. He had 1 walk, 1 single. No Tiger got to second base against him, and no Royal got to second base against Skubal.
Here's the 0-1 from Bo. And that one is a changeup in the dirt to tie the count up at 1.
Vinnie struck out twice against Skubal. 1 on a fastball, 1 on a slider.
One offering. Vinnie fly ball, but it's foul. That's 1 ball, 2 strikes on him.
Ready to make an entrance, hoping to bust through those doors and
1 out, bottom of the 8th.
The roof of the Hall of Fame.
Sure would like to see it.
Runner at second. That's Lofton. The 1-2 is a fly ball in the left field. Base hit. Are they going to send Lofton? They do. Lofton around third. The throw is offline, and the Royals take the lead. Vinnie Pasquantino, RBI single. And the first run of the game has been scored with 1 out in the bottom of the 8th. Lofton scores thanks to Pasquantino.
I need to hit better with runners in scoring position. There you go. Good example. 96. How far off the plate was that? 5 inches. It wasn't even close to being a strike. That'll tell you, when you go up there and shorten up your swing, you can do damage. Beautiful job. What do you pick him up? 1 for 1 tonight with a runner. Today.
Here's Freddie Fermin, the catcher. And he takes an inside sinker, ball 1.
This ball was 5 inches outside. Look at, he got extended. That's perfect. He waited till the ball traveled deep, and man, as he fired up, and so was his crowd.
One 0 delivery. Freddie Fermin, high fly ball into left, but it's popped up too high. Perez calls off Green and makes the catch. 2 outs. Vinnie stays put at first.
Earlier in the inning, had to fight the sun at least for a while. So Freddie is 1 for 3. And now Tyrone Blanco is going to be called back. And Kyle Isbell will come to the plate.
We get a pinch hitter here again, Kyle Isbell.
It's just an example of what you can do as a hitter. It doesn't have to be down the middle. When you got 2 strikes on you, you just go ahead and become a...
Isbell comes up, replacing Tyrone Blanco. 2 outs, bottom of the 8th.
70% worked.
Runner at first. And the Royals now up in front.
Kyle Isbell last night had 2 hits.
First pitch. Ground ball. Right to Glaber. And that'll do it. But Vinnie Pasquantino with an RBI single into left. And the Royals have the lead 1-0. And they can try and shut things down in the 9th with Carlos Estevez. Can they do it? We'll see when we come back. Carlos Estevez is in the game to try and close things out. Royals up 1-0.
For Price Chopper Royals Live. Technically, Lou Gehrig Day is on Monday.
And Drew Waters is in right.
Remembering Gehrig tomorrow.
Kyle Isbell now in
Drew
center.
Waters is in right. Kyle Isbell is in center, and Carlos Estevez is on with
The first batter that Carlos Estevez will face is the leadoff hitter. It's Carey. First pitch, the changeup in there for strike one. Good start for Estevez. He's got 15 saves on 17 opportunities, a 2-0 record, and a 1.85 ERA and 24.1 innings pitched. As that changeup misses down and away, the count's tied at 1.
Mid-90s, maybe a couple ticks higher at times when he wants to add and subtract with it. Slider change.
Popped up.
way up into the sun.
Bobby Witt is under it, calling everyone off. That one was way up high. And he makes the catch. 1-0 in the ninth. Good start for Estevez. Gets Carey to pop up on 3 pitches.
Like that. I used to say, wow, Ray Guy would be proud of that hang time. You know, he's the only punter in the Hall of Fame. Didn't realize it, but I was offending some people out here in Kansas City that do not care for the Oakland Raiders. And man, I got
Here's Glaber.
a dose from some people. I said, I'm sorry, I'll never say it again.
0 for 2 with a walk in the fourth. First pitch to him is a slider up high. Ball 1.
With you early on. As far as baseball goes, be careful with the Yankees and the Cardinals. Right. And with football, be careful with the Raiders and the Broncos.
Slider upstairs again. 2 balls, no strikes.
He walked against Walker in the 4th inning, and that was Walker's only base runner until he gave up a 1-out single in the 7th. And now
Popped up.
fouls it out of play.
Well, it's out of play.
Royals have 1 run, 4 hits. The Tigers have no runs on 1 hit.
1 out, top of the ninth.
So a great game in front
2-1
of
the count.
35,000
Detroit
today,
down by a run.
who were treated to the Mike Moustakas retirement ceremony. And then a great game.
And that is fouled off first base side. The count's now tied at 2. Payoff pitch from Estevez.
Another foul ball.
Another foul ball. Two-two.
Torres takes
Slider up high again. And the count is full. Glaber fly ball into center. Backing up is Isbell. He's there to make the catch. The Tigers are down to their final out.
Carlos Estevez faced the Tigers. Michael Wacha and Tarek Skubal started the game. And the Royals ended up winning that game 4-3 in 10 innings. And Carlos in that game went 2 innings to get the win. And now he's 1 out
And
away
now Colt Keith
from getting a save.
will be the Tigers' last
Game
hope.
with Detroit.
With 2 outs in the top of the ninth. First pitch. Fastball just downstairs. 1-0 in Colt's favor.
Singled against Wacha. Wacha had not given up a hit to that point.
Fouled off. Count tied at 1. And back in the 7th inning, Colt broke up Michael Wacha's no-hitter with a single up the middle in the 7th.
1-0 at Washington.
Like I said,
That was
that's
a
twice.
10-inning game.
1-1 offering. Ground ball. Past Garcia. Base hit in the left.
Colt Keith is at first base with 2
And a
down.
2-out single for Colt Keith. And the Tigers have the go-ahead run at the plate.
4-seam fastball. Where's it located?
Middle.
He
Riley Green now comes up
of the Tigers
with 2 outs to the top of the ninth, and he is the go-ahead run.
And now Riley Green, who is but entering today in his last 29 games, he has 9 home runs, 27 RBIs. He had a 2-run home run in the first inning last night. He also struck
First
out
pitch.
3 times. And he has
Swing! And a ground ball right to Selby, and that'll do it.
shut out the Tigers 1-0.
The Royals win 1-0. Estevez with the save. Vinnie Pasquantino with a game-winning RBI single.
Who took full
Only
responsibility
6 hits of offense. What a pitcher's duel between Tariq and Michael Walker. See y'all later. RBI out. Peace.
said that he